Alright, welcome everybody to the very first take of today's episode.
Woohoo!
Yay.
I am High Score Dragon of YouTube. I am joined by my good friend hawloinside and orthrus, and we're going to be judging the original 60 dragons, technically 61 if you're a man of culture, in Dragon City.
Alright guys, what's your opinion on Armadillo Dragon?
Armadillo Dragon, we're getting into it straight away.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, well, first off, it's not a dragon. I don't know what this thing is.
Okay, here's the thing about this particular dragon. Is that it has a good design, body parts are nice, it's like aesthetic is very nice. It's just like right dragon, wrong game, because if this dragon was in Monster Legends, it would actually be good. But it's not, and it's in this game, and it's most definitely not a dragon, so it just kind of ends up being one of the weaker dragons of the
in
original
terms
60.
of trying to be a dragon, it's one of the weaker ones, but it has the benefit of not being fugly, and, well, I mean, it has a tail. The only thing, if it had just, like, had wings, like, I could maybe consider it one. I don't know. Like, again, it's a good design, just a little out of place, especially considering it's a rare breed.
It just doesn't fit for Dragon City.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But you know who else doesn't fit Dragon City?
Who?
Dark Fire Dragon.
What do you mean? Darkfire Dragon is Pog. I love him.
What? I don't like him. It's
he's
just
okay.
you take a look at all the other dragons. It's just like I don't really see dragon in this thing either.
Well, you gotta understand, not every dragon has to have wings. There's like wyverns and drakes and serpents and stuff.
Even then, it's just like doesn't really
You know,
tell
I
me.
can
Oh
see
yes, this
that's
is
fair.
reptilian.
I could see it like it looks more like it belongs in like freaking League of Legends or some crap, but like it's the same
does.
situation again. Just it's a good design. Just well, it's a little less out of place in Armadillo. It looks really cool. It's really well done, but I can see where you're coming from, Hollow.
Yeah, especially when the freaking baby form is just Terra Dragon. But
Yeah,
again,
like it's like as an adult you can barely tell it's a reused model of Terra, but then as a baby it just completely gives it away.
yeah.
So it at the end of the day, it may not look that much like a dragon, but it's one of the better reuses of models.
It's like
Definitely.
speaking of Terra Dragon, though.
Oh, are we talking about our man, the Terra Dragon, or one of the many
cool dragon.
retools? Who?
Pretty cool dragon, Terra, really cool.
Oh,
very
the
nice,
the
well done.
OG Terra. Bro, you can't go
Yeah.
wrong with OG Terra. It's a very interesting take,
course.
but it's pretty cool. I like the symbols and stuff.
Right.
Honestly,
Um,
when I imagine a wingless dragon, that's what I would think of.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
it's such a good design that they made like 50 billion clones of it.
Yeah, and it's a shame
Yeah.
those clones are technically outdated because he got redesigned.
Yeah.
Not that redesign though.
Well, it's one of the better redesigns because it actually keeps the design the same, just making it look high
It's-
quality.
Basically, not
Yeah.
even a redesign. It's like a resketch of it.
Exactly. They updated the game with the new style, which may or may not
It
be
looks
problematic,
good.
as you'll see. Yeah, it's one of the better updates.
Shadowing,
I
foreshadowing.
really like the spike ball at the end of its tail. That's really cool. It has a lot of personality.
It's like got these little tufts of hair going down its back, and it
Oh yeah.
really adds to the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a dragon that definitely resonates with players.
Dude, it's
And the fact that it's like
beautiful.
the cheapest dragon and like one of the most it's basically the noggin of Dragon City.
Yeah. Exactly.
I
Noggin is
mean-
beautiful too.
It's I mean, yeah.
Speaking of those clones,
Oh boy. Our first Terra Dragon clone.
I was think. Okay. So Terra Dragon has like forms is it? If we don't count Dark Fire, we have Hedgehog.
No.
What was it? Rock Flame Dragon. No, no,
It's
that's not it. I can't remember the
porcupine
name.
and flaming rock.
Flaming Rock. Yeah.
So are we gonna talk about flaming rock?
Thinking about Flaming Rock.
All right, flaming rock. Well, it's one of the first dragons you get to breed, and already I'm not sure if it starts a good impression or not, because
It really doesn't,
yeah,
especially since the other one's freaking volcano.
Yeah.
we'll get to that. Well, volcano
Okay.
at least has the benefit of the doubt of having a unique design. This dragon, it's just the old Terra Dragon model with different. Well, that's the thing. They went through the trouble of giving it new assets. Like, I like that it's like it looks like a combination of like Flame Dragon's parts on the Terra Dragon. Like, the thing is, it looks less like a hybrid and more just like a mix of the two designs, and I'm not sure if that was a good direction.
No, it wasn't, because now you got a freaking boring ass clone that doesn't
Yeah.
really add to the experience.
Yeah. There isn't much to say about Flaming Rock, unfortunately. One of the
It's
weaker
It's just kind of
designs,
there.
especially for being one of the first dragons.
Uh,
I mean, I like
Let's
that they
talk about
changed the color of
Volcano.
the hair. Yeah, Volcano. Our
That is true.
alternative. What is your feelings on Volcano Dragon?
Honestly, he looks super cool to me, but shame
is
shame it was
well,
reused
for,
so
for,
much.
okay. Having like volcanoes on his back would be a cool idea. For the fact that isn't a freaking living creature, because for some reason they put freaking volcanoes on a reptile's back, and that just no.
You know, now that you say
I would
that,
have excused it if it was a freaking legendary things going on, because as it is now, it's very plain.
Yeah, like you can tell what they were trying to do with it. It's like two different aesthetics meshed onto one. It's like it has a very thick like coat. Like it's like they're trying to make a dragon that like can survive a volcanic environment. Like, oh yeah, it's a dragon adapted to volcanoes, but like, you know, just to really sell home the volcanoes, let's just put a freaking volcano on its back.
Yeah,
It
because
doesn't work.
literally.
Yeah, it would work. What they could have done is they could have done something like it did with the lava dragon, where the whole thing is made out of rocks. Like, it would have taken a more elemental approach, and that would have been cool.
Yeah, I agree.
and the evolution as well. Like, the baby form is just a head on two little feet.
It's adorable.
And then yeah, it's
I mean-
like cute, but then as it grows up, it gets uglier and uglier.
Well, there are uglier dragons, so it kind of
Okay, but ugly
loses.
doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Yeah, it kind of lost what it had going for it. It's two very different design aesthetics that do or don't work depending on how you feel.
Alpine dragon.
Alpine dragon?
Alpine.
Yeah. Freaking volcano dragon redesign. Or not redesign, clone.
Damn.
Instead of the heat, is just cold.
And it works less with this one that it
Yeah,
did with
it's like
volcano.
it's like let's take everything that volcano had going for it and then make it nothing.
Because now it's like, it's not even...
Like now it's
That
just like
good.
this weird Yeti-like dragon with just a mountain on its back. Like it literally like
Doesn't work.
yeah, like
Honestly,
you can see what they're
doesn't work
trying
well.
to do with it, but it's like volcano dragon levels of execution,
why
but
make
even
it-
weaker.
Yeah, it was like, why even make it volcano dragon? A dragon that wasn't very good to begin with, but then you just made it worse.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really could have done something cooler with it, in my opinion. Well, technically it is cooler because it's freaking ice elemental. But like, you know
Speaking
what I
of
mean.
ice.
Oh, are we getting into one of our?
Speaking of... Okay. Freaking... dragon didn't exist, it would easily be my favorite dragon in the entire game. It is top three in my opinion.
You
Just
know,
like such a perfect design.
I agree. I don't think. Man,
Cause like you have like the icy wings, the lack of back legs, the white hair running down its body, just
Yeah.
like, and then like the freaking face. It looks like one of those dragons. Like, oh yeah, I've seen some stuff, guys. I'm very
Yeah,
wise.
he looks wise as hell.
Yeah,
Dude.
and it's like it all mixed together, and it's like a perfect design, just like perfect
It's
perfection right there.
honestly,
incredibly
I
unique
agree.
to
It's a
me.
very appealing design to look at.
It's like, and the colors as well. Just the
I
colors are all
know.
great.
It's one of the more intricate early designs that like it takes you down like a story and stuff.
And
Yeah.
but it gets even better because the freaking baby and teen forms, like you can tell this dragon is growing up. Like as it goes, you're like, oh yeah, this dragon, that's his childhood. That's it. That's an angsty teenager. That's it. That's a
Yeah.
now full blown adult. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got this, guys.
it's
I
a
can see
shame
where
the
it's
baby
going.
form is kind of broken.
How so?
Yeah, the baby form isn't the most impressive, but again, I agree. Like you can definitely see the personality shifts in this monster, not monster dragon, and where it's gonna go.
Yeah, they executed him very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the ice dragon. It's a shame. It's a shame they didn't choose him to get him updated because I think in the new style it's like yeah, it's already a perfect design, so they wouldn't have to change anything. So I don't know.
I think
Exactly.
all of the singles should have been that way, just like all of them, because as it is now, like you have at the start of the game, freaking redesign Terra and Flame Dragon, but then you get Sea Dragon. It's like, wait, hold up a minute.
Yeah, it's like when was this game made?
2012.
Damn.
Speaking of Sea Dragon,
Oh,
Sea Dragon is another amazing design.
honestly, yeah, it would really benefit from a redraw. You know, like an updated and like
Yeah.
shading and stuff.
Especially since it's iconic.
Yeah, I feel the Sea Dragon is a little underrated. Well, granted, it's a blue moon opportunity where you get to talk to people who actually know shit about Dragon City. So yeah, it's good to know
Honestly,
that.
I think all the singles are underrated because like people don't realize how good these singles actually are design
Yeah.
wise.
Any single that like isn't in promotion is underrated because the singles are actually like really high quality for as outdated as they
Like-
are.
So for their time, they were like, "Wow, you guys really outdid yourselves."
Yeah,
Even now, it's still that way.
yeah. I mean, in my opinion, the
Yeah.
Sea Dragon isn't too impressive in like baby and young form, but the adult form. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's wow, but the adult form is really good.
I'd
Yeah.
say it's a solid high tier.
I agree. You
Definitely.
can definitely tell what they were going for with the Sea Dragon.
Well,
Yeah. It's one of the more unique designs amongst the singles, and I really like it.
but you know who else could be a single?
Oh, who?
I actually have. I don't know where I was going with that. Let's just talk
10
about.
out of 10 segue by your boy.
Okay, let's just talk about Blizzard Dragon because I feel like talking about Blizzard Dragon.
I like how they have an updated version of this dragon, but are just not using it. Because in promotion, you can clearly see they've redrawn the baby, but yet the dragon is still outdated since day one.
Yeah.
That being said, this dragon is kind of overrated.
Yeah, I can see why. It's definitely. I mean, the baby form is charming in a way, and I actually like the adult form. Just.
The problem with the adult are like the body parts, like the limbs. Just like its neck is so wank, its tail is too long, it's got stubby legs. It just kind of
Like,
weird looking.
That's subjective. I really like what they did with it. I guess it's like you can tell it's weird because like they had like two different aesthetics in mind. Like they made the baby really chubby and the adult is really like lanky and angular, but like also still trying to retain the baby form in mind. Like it's a lot of different
Like the
aesthetics.
patterns.
Yeah, it's a lot of different aesthetics mashed into one, and it's a really hit or miss design.
I'd say
Honestly,
it's not very good.
That's
it's
fair.
one of my favorite designs.
It's
Yeah.
like if the limbs weren't just so like the neck and the tail were just so wonky, I'd say it'd probably be like pretty good. But as it is now, it's just kind of mediocre.
I mean, the wind and like cloud icy effect is really well done, but then there's also the fact that this dragon has neither of those elements. It's fire and water.
Ah, yes. Social point not being able to element well. We'll see that a lot.
Yeah, if this starts to become a series, you guys are gonna see how bad they are even back then at elementing dragons.
They've always been bad at that since day one.
when when I think, okay, I think we're done with Blizzard Dragon.
Talk about its other counterpart that also doesn't make sense. Why is Cloud Dragon freaking fire?
Yeah, that actually makes no
It's like-
sense.
It's like it's fine water, but it would have been better if it was like ice. It makes more sense.
if you think about it this way, if you think about it, the fact that like, oh, it's a dragon, and one thing synonymous with dragons is fire breath. Like, fire is almost justified, except for the fact that this thing doesn't even like breathe fire. It just has
See,
fire.
if it did breathe, if it breathes fire within its animations, I would give it a pass. But it doesn't, so it doesn't get a pass in that aspect. That being said, I think it's a really good design for.
I
dragon.
agree.
Just
I really like its design.
I can
Yeah, it's pretty
I can
charming.
definitely see, like, you have dragons, and then one aspect of the game is like, oh, dragons, magical creatures. How about one made of literal clouds? It works so well.
I know. It looks like a dragon. It looks really cool. It has personality. It's pleasant to look at.
Very good high tier dragon.
Yeah. Despite our issues with it, it's objectively one of the better dragons in the game, design-wise.
Oh my gosh.
I agree.
Pretty underrated, but you know who is even more underrated?
Oh boy, who?
Dragon.
Which one?
It's like such an overlooked dragon. It pains me.
I think you cut out. I didn't hear. Which dragon are we talking about?
Mud dragon. We're
Oh,
talking
Mud
about
Dragon.
Mud dragon now.
Oh yeah, Mud Dragon, dude. I frick with Mud Dragon. He's got a lot of personality.
I love him. He's the
It's
awesome.
like you have him as a baby. It's like this cute little thing. He looks so innocent, and then grows up into adult. He look not an adult, as a teenager, and he looks like one of those angsty teenagers. And then he's an adult, and he's all grumpy. It's like, yeah, makes so much sense. It shows character in a unique way.
Exactly.
Some
Like
of the newer dragons.
you can look at this
Heroics.
dragon and still say, yeah, this feels mud.
He got
feels-
personality.
This feels like a living creature as it grows up,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it works.
Yep.
Honestly, there's not much to say about him, but there's
Well,
not.
that's because
not
there's
many
need to.
cons.
What you see is what you get, and it's a very good
Exactly.
dragon.
He's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something bad now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Frickin', let's see, who do we got? Guys, what's your opinion on Neon Dragon?
Neon Dragon, well, the first of 4 of the Electric Dragon family, if you can even call it one.
Okay, but games, I have always done this as tradition. Every got Electric Dragon, and I got created that Electric Habitat. I would only have the Electric Dragon clones with it. That's freaking tradition. Because it's
Dude,
freaking
I did that too.
three-
I have
three
all the
clones.
clones in the same habitat.
Same.
Anyways, out of all of them, I feel like Neon might be the worst.
Well, I mean,
Color
Neon
wise,
is a cool aesthetic, and I guess it
Yeah.
works for the Electric Dragon's body type. I think
What
the
it doesn't work
animation is really
is for
cool.
dark.
It electrocuting itself and seeing its bones.
Because okay,
I mean,
one
that's
thing
effort.
though is that
Yeah, that's
that dark. Like I know it's got darker colors, but even then, it didn't need to be these darker colors because it's freaking neon.
Well, that's the thing. Neon, it's supposed to be bright, appealing colors on a dark background.
I don't see those dark appealing colors. When I look at it, I only see the dark ones.
Hmm. I don't know
well,
what to tell you then.
what you mean. Mainly dark, but
It's
not
like
much.
they didn't use a whole lot of those neon colors. It's like on the tip of the wings and stuff, but no,
Oh, I know what that's true. They really kind of limited
not enough to
themselves.
really catch my attention. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, there really could have been a better
But-
way to like, because you don't want to overdo it with the colors, but you don't want to underutilize.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing. It had a good concept going with it, even being a clone. They just underperformed.
But when it shocks itself, you can see its whole entirety of bones and stuff. It's whole neon.
I mean, they do that with quite a bit of dragons with the electric element now.
All right,
I think we made
but
our
you
point
know
clear.
but you know who isn't underutilized?
Who?
Jade Dragon.
Jade? Oh, dude, Jade Dragon is
Jade.
amazing.
It
Dude,
is.
he's one of my favorites.
He's like a freaking Chinese dragon, dude. Like, oh my gosh.
It's like
How
they really
weird.
went in there. They decided, okay, we want to use this, but we also want to mix it with this. We're gonna put them together, and then we got perfection.
I know, its elements somewhat make sense. I like the claws, I like the face. Oh my gosh. Its animations are good
And
as
then
well.
Its freaking baby is adorable, and then as it grows, it just gets freaking older and wiser. And it's like, yes, just yes.
This dragon is so well done.
This
And
dude is handsome as hell.
The only issue it could
you
be
know-
is that its color scheme is kind of limited. It uses a lot of different shades of the same color green, so it kind of meshes.
it's really just like
True.
pretty much its entirety is just jade green.
Yeah,
So it could have
but
used a little bit more colors, but besides that, I don't have any other complaints.
yeah, you can. An aesthetic with the metal dragons is that they're definitely limited in color schemes because they're like trying to be a specific thing. But in this case, I don't
Yeah.
think it hurts any of the metal dragons for that bad
Exactly.
matter. What, how did I forget that word existed? Oh my gosh.
But you
love
know
all
who we can't say that for?
Uh-oh.
Cactus Dragon.
Oh boy. We're getting into this kind of dragon now, which is just an inanimate object with a face slapped onto it and then dragon parts slapped onto it. Like, what is the thought?
This is like the easiest bottom three of all time because as an adult, its flying animation, it just moves its face up and down.
Yeah, the
Even
wings are
flap
super
its wings.
tiny.
Really freaking lazy.
Yeah, like a cactus dragon that was like actually proportioned like a dragon would have been like genuinely so good.
Yeah, like
We just-
Dragon Bell, a cactus dragon. Like that
You
one
just have
is good.
freaking random cactus with a face slapped onto it, and then dragon part is
Yeah.
like, okay, you're a dragon now.
It's a miss. Heavy
Yeah,
miss.
this is a hard miss, one of the easiest misses in the game. Just like, it looks like it could be an NPC, and less like a dragon.
yeah.
Just
But
like,
you know, at least it isn't the worst one. It goes to Mojito Dragon.
oh my
Ah.
gosh, literally the inanimate object.
I wanted to
Okay,
forget.
guys, honestly, I really love it when my dragon is now a freaking cup with soup with the face on it now. I really love that.
I mean,
with lid.
But
yeah, I have nothing to say to this one. I just
Yeah,
really don't like this aesthetic that they chose with some of the dragons.
it makes
Yeah.
sense for a dragon. Like, what are you gonna do with this kind of thing?
There's
And
nothing
again, it's
good
like
to talk about.
such a common thing with like so many of these inanimate dragons. There's no nuance. It's literally just a cup with arms and legs and a face and dragon parts.
Except this one's probably even worse because now what's it carrying? Its own freaking
I
piss or
mean,
something?
it's a pretty well done cup. I'll give it that. But like, I think
It's
I
scary.
agree. This one is worse because it's much more of a limiting concept to a dragon.
At least was the concept of cactus. You can do something with it, even if it didn't do anything with it. This
Yeah,
thing, what are you supposed to do with this?
exactly. Like, if this thing isn't,
Constantly, it's execution. It's bad. It's broken. So all in all, it's just complete miss. And honestly, I'm willing to bet this is the worst of the original 60.
and honestly, we'll see. But I agree. This is not. This is like worse than some of the stuff they pump out nowadays.
Yeah.
This is freaking. I'm appalled that they have
This-
freaking battery dragon.
Yeah, dude.
Dragon.
Should we talk about Battery
Thing.
Dragon? I want to talk about Battery Dragon.
The goat.
Battery dragon. Okay, no.
Dude.
Okay. Let me tell you about battery dragon. It can surpass battery dragon in terms of quality. You know, this is like one of the best dragons in the game because freaking battery dragon is one of the best dragons in the game. Just period.
I agree. It's one of the
Yes.
more well. To be fair, and all of the original 60 are the good original 60 are underrated, but like this one, like it takes its concept
It's-
and then adds more to it.
It's like freaking. They chose something out of it, art, but actually did something with it.
Yeah, like they used multiple of it. They used more things related. Like they used things that made sense. Like they used energy balls. They used wires. They used tons
It's
and
like
tons of
the-
wires. But it doesn't feel
Yes,
overdone.
because it even
feels-
fits its elements perfectly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
just-
Oh my gosh.
It's a perfect dragon design. It's completely perfect.
I like how
like
it has a battery for a face and looks silly but also intimidating at the same time.
Like they didn't put.
Yeah. Like that's
Maybe
crazy.
it's like freaking adorable. I guess when adult, it's like okay. If I saw this in the wild, I would probably pee my pants.
I know. Just be like, what the fuck?
All in all, it's just a perfect dragon.
Yes.
But in my opinion, they missed the opportunity for the egg to just be a battery.
True.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I would say yeah.
All right,
It's like
sure.
a freaking cylinder-esque egg would.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They could have done it with like nuance. They could have made it like. Actually, no. I think that's too much.
Sort of did that with Ice Cube Dragon.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about Ice Cube Dragon?
Whoa.
In my opinion, I think Ice Cube Dragon is the best of the inanimate object dragons, but that's really not saying much.
Yeah.
That's
Even
fair,
then-
but I can't look past its freaking face. It looks so ugly. Like
I don't
as an
think it's-
adult, it's like
It
gaping
brings too
open.
much attention.
Are you sucking on an invisible pacifier or something?
I don't know
What's
why.
going on?
It's constantly pogging, bro.
Well,
It's
considering its baby form, maybe it kept its.
The worst part is they can't even do something different because they promote the game with this dragon.
True.
That
Not sure
being said,
why.
I will give it credit. It does have personality, despite being an inanimate drawing. Like it has a pacifier as a baby, and its animations are shockingly well done.
It's like yeah.
It's the best, simply just because they actually care about it. With the other ones, there's clearly no care. They're just inanimate objects.
Yeah.
But I agree,
Honestly,
Hollow. There is definitely.
I think design-wise, petroleum's technically better, just because at least its face doesn't make me want to puke.
I don't know. I don't really like the petroleum dragon.
It's okay. When it flies, just body's just dripping down. It's like, I mean, it's like the idea of having like this made out of goo is just like it's such a cool idea. But again, they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, because like, it definitely feels the least like dragon part slapped onto it. And I do like that the baby form is like a droplet as opposed to just something crappy.
Yeah.
But that's not saying much.
Exactly. I think Petroleum Dragon and Ice Cube Dragon are definitely two of the better inanimate objects, but dragons. But like again, there isn't much I frankly want to say about this
Or it's
dragon.
Exactly.
Those two in particular, you can make a case for being like D tier, but it's still freaking D tier.
Yeah, it's mainly just the fact that I don't really think it's good to praise these kind of dragons because it's just not a good way to go about designing a dragon in general.
And somehow, despite like they made like a few other inanimate dragons as the game goes on, so
I think yeah, there was one time and then there was an event where they made a few.
there's a freaking donut dragon, it's like a beer bottle dragon as well.
Oh yeah, those
so
two
it's
dragons are. I mean, the barley dragon has effort in its animations, but the donut dragon is just like ugh.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
get
why
to
do they
those when we
keep
get
doing
to
this
those.
with inanimate dragons? I guess since
So
we're on
it's
the
like-
topic, we should get the rest of them out of the way. Should we talk about the ice
Guys.
cream dragon?
Yeah, okay. Just like with frickin' Mojito Dragon, what the frick is... How do you make this a dragon?
I
Just
think
like
it's. I
freaking-
don't. No, there
Just
is
like- no,
definitely
no.
a good way of making an ice cream dragon. Because, like, it utilized the
That's
cone.
the thing. Because it has like the frickin' on its frickin' head, and what is that supposed to be? Your freaking brain or something?
It's literally just ice cream. Like, the dragon is the cone, not even the ice cream.
Yeah, but when it was its baby form, it was the ice cream itself.
Oh, that's true.
It was. So
That
then
doesn't
how
even
the
make any
frick does
sense.
it become
Oh,
the
this dragon
clone?
just. Oh, this is a complete failure. This might be the worst dragon of the 60.
Yeah.
Still Mojito.
Well, Mojito is at least consistent. The ice cream dragon just
That
doesn't
is
make.
true.
Yeah, I'm down to say that the
Yeah,
ice
that's
cream
a-
dragon. Honestly, in its bio, it says that this dragon is like endangered or some garbage because like kids are eating it. This dragon deserves to be to extinction
Yeah.
because
Me too.
I want a better ice cream dragon. Like, if they acknowledge that like ice cream cones, and they could have made something so cool. But like they
There's
didn't.
this freaking poorly thought out dragon that makes absolutely zero sense.
It's
like
a
he
missed
was
opportunity, and it's just even worse. Yeah, this will probably be the worst of the original 60 dragons.
If we even decide to rank the inanimate object dragons, because we all know they're going to be at the bottom.
Yeah, we'll probably have a tier list for this. But as of now, if you like these inanimate object drawings, what are you doing?
All right, let's talk about spicy dragon next. Then
Ooh. Gotta
this
love.
freaking dick-shaped dragon now.
Bro, this guy is freaking hung.
I can't believe they made a clone of this dragon.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
the clone
we-
is better because they actually gave it a dragon snout. I actually like the clone. I think it's called the Padron Dragon, and I actually really like it because it's like it actually looks good. But what it's based
Yeah.
on, this thing is just doo-doo aids.
Freaking
hate
the
people.
ugliest thing in existence.
Like,
'Cause,
yeah, it's literally just a pepper with a face, and then like they try to give it like
But then-
make it unique by like making it really buff, but it doesn't work. It just looks worse.
True.
its body looks like a penis.
Well, this video is getting demonetized. Thanks, Hollow.
It still stands.
You know what? Fair. This thing does look like a freaking. I mean, by that logic, all peppers look like penises to you, Hollow.
True. But its placement of the limbs is what he means, I think.
I know. You know what? I don't want to think about this dragon. Is that all the inanimate object
move on.
dragons out of the way?
We still got bubblegum.
Oh, wait, bubble. Oh, you mean the gummy dragon?
Yeah,
I
his name.
think this is one of the better. I don't consider this one an inanimate dragon.
Because it's just like a freaking circle.
Exactly.
Well,
That's see. There's no other dragon that's really like it. That's consistent as all the way. I think it's cute. I think it has personality, and I like how in its adult animation it splits into three versions of itself.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
I don't like it no matter what. I think it's just. I look at Gummy Dragon and I put it next to, let's say, just freaking Nature Dragon. I'm just like, how do you even? One of them's a good dragon and the other makes me want to go sanitize my eyes.
Well, it's not. It's. See, the thing is, it's a very different. It's simple. Simply just given its concept.
Yeah, but that's the
Like,
thing though. It's too simple and doesn't make sense with a dragon.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think this is one of the dragons that actually does its concept really well.
Nah.
I agree.
If it, because like, I don't know how you would make freaking gum a living creature.
Well, there is actually another bubblegum dragon in the game. It's actually pretty
I
cool because
haven't.
it's actually like properly dragon shaped and it uses like different kind of gums. It has like gum bubbles in its design.
Even those one with
All right. Whatever. It's like one. It's like freaking C tier or something. Let's just move
yeah,
on before I
Fair.
start ranting
Even
about
if its design is
what.
somewhat simple, it is kind of weak simply just because they have proven they can make stuff that is objectively better than this. It's a dragon that relies more on its personality, and if you don't like that, then it really has nothing to its name.
true.
Yeah. But you know what does have something to its name?
Who?
Pearl Dragon.
Oh boy, this dragon.
Pearl Dragon is the single best original 60 dragon. Nothing will change my mind.
That I will let you keep that opinion. I don't know which one I think is the best.
Okay.
So since this is, I think this is Hollow's time to speak for the game. Tell us why this dragon is one of the best dragons in the game.
Just like Battery Dragon, they took an inanimate object, a pearl, and then they freaking turned it into a part here. It's like the freaking body parts all look amazing. Its wings are very nicely detailed. It's got like as it grows on, it just gets more pearls. It's like a pearl beard, and it works so well. I love its animations. It's like see its face. It's like, oh my gosh, this dragon looks like it just wants to hug me. I will hug you back. I love you forever and ever. It's like it's a perfect dragon.
I agree. I'm pretty sure it's actually a necklace because I think in one of its animations it like uses the pearls to float. But yeah, I agree. This is such a well done dragon for such a simple concept. It looks like it's made of pearl while also feeling somewhat organic. It's not very limited in its color scheme. I like that they used orange in its design as well, and it doesn't feel out of place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully my mic picked that up. I'm gonna have to edit this part out.
Yeah.
It's alright.
That being said, this is a perfect dragon. S tier, best of all time. Whatever. It's best of the OGs.
Yeah, I can agree. This is such a step up.
You know who isn't
Uh-oh, who?
OGs? Medieval Dragon.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
one of our first... We haven't even talked about the original Flame Dragon. One of our first many of Flame Dragon clones.
How many? Okay, you have Cool Fire, Medieval, Mercury.
They
I don't know.
still make Flame clones sometimes, even with the new design.
Yeah, like Wax Dragon.
Ugh.
Oh, and Gold Dragon as well. Oh no, it was like Gold. I don't. No, it wasn't gold.
No,
It was like
Gold
some
Dragon.
other. I was
Butter.
like, no, it was like another kind of I can't remember the name of the dragon, but
We
like
don't
look
know what about that.
exactly
We're
like
talking about the medieval dragon, and I think the idea
it's.
of putting the flame dragon in armor was really cool because it's very well done. But did they reuse animations or did they make new ones?
No, they reuse the same ones.
Okay, well then they literally just did it for the
Yeah.
novelty.
This would have been cool as a costume for Flame
Yeah,
Dragon.
considering that they make costumes for dragons now, they literally could have just made something else and made it a costume. Well, they didn't have costumes back then, so you have to be fair, but like, yeah, this dragon only exists
Still,
for one reason, and if you don't like it, again, like Gummy Dragon, it doesn't have a lot to its name.
see, here's the thing: if you like this dragon, the only reason to like this dragon is if you like Flame Dragon.
That's true.
Wait, actually, medieval dragons animation in the adult form shines its armor
Oh,
and
that's true, I remember
stands
now. I mean, yeah,
instead
now
of
that I remember,
breathing.
it's pretty well done, the shining animation, but if that's all they did different, then like, yeah. I mean, again, and the armor looks
Yeah,
good.
just
It's just, again, doesn't have a lot. There's not much to it. It's just flame dragon in armor. If you like the flame dragon,
Exactly.
you'll like this dragon. And if you don't, then too bad.
you know what? Let's talk about the other metal fire dragon, hot metal dragon.
What do you mean? Hot metal is electric in fire.
Oh,
I think
so
you mean
which one am I
steampunk?
thinking of?
You're thinking of the steampunk dragon.
Oh,
Steampunk
steampunk.
dragon
Okay, let's
is
talk about
bullshit.
steampunk.
I love the steampunk dragon, dude. It's so cool.
It was actually one of
Very
my
strong
first,
opinions on it. I think it's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Not many people like the
Because
They
steampunk.
I can, I
executed
can.
they executed the steampunk thing like really well to me.
I
really
see the
like this
concept.
dragon.
I'm just like, I don't think they could have gone anywhere else with this kind of idea. So I give it a point, but not that very impressed by it.
That's true. They definitely did the most they could do with this design. It's really cool. I like what they
Yeah.
did with the eyes. The animations are cool. It's design. I can see what you mean by not being that impressive. Again, just they did the most what they could with it. With that being said, I think it's one of the most well done. They have done a lot of steampunk dragons. I think they're all bangers, and this one being the first definitely sets like a good impression for a steampunk
Yeah.
themed dragon. It's definitely for you, Hollow. I think it's probably just like, again, I can see why you're thinking it's okay. Just probably not your cup of tea.
Yeah, that's why I don't have like an opinion, like a very strong opinion on this one. So you two will get to rank this one.
Yeah, that's true. I
Like
think
the
in
one
terms
I'm
of
just like,
it's a perfect design for a steampunk themed dragon.
but you know who isn't a perfect design?
Oh boy, who?
Butterfly dragon.
Uh oh. I mean, there isn't much to say. It's a fine dragon design, but with butterfly wings instead of normal wings.
I don't
Yeah.
like its.
It's scuffed, honestly.
It's like its wings. They don't look right on the dragon. Because how do I explain this? Like, it flaps its wings. For some reason, if you send it to like get a piece for one of those big dragon guys on the towers, for some reason doesn't fly with the others. It's just kind of on the bottom,
Oh,
and I don't
that's weird.
understand that. Even though it freaking flaps its wings.
Well, maybe they
And,
didn't. Maybe they never made a walk animation for it, so they just made it for both. Cause like, when do you see a butterfly walk?
I mean, it's not all butterfly. You gotta remember, it's part dragon.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why it's nature fire. It's one of those dragons where like fire justifies it being a dragon and like its concept and stuff. I will give credit.
Okay,
It's kind of cool how the baby form is a caterpillar.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
was gonna say
Yeah.
it should have kept
What,
the flying animation of the juvenile form, the young one. It flaps like any other insect, but they totally changed that in the adult. I don't know why.
Yeah, they definitely tried to make this dragon feel. it's probably an ironic dragon where like butterflies are small, but the adult form is like really freaking huge for some reason.
Yeah.
How in the section it says that it's got a short temper. I like that.
Yeah, they actually really tried with this dragon. Like there's actually like
It just
thought
like it falls into the trap of where
it's not my
enough.
kind of thing.
It falls into the trap of like a couple, or not a couple, a few other dragons are gonna fall into. It's just like you have the idea, but you just need to flesh out make even more of it. Just like mix it better with each other. Because as it
Yeah,
is now, just kind of a dragon with butterfly wings. It's kind of
yeah,
an inverse of what's of the other dragons talk about. But yeah,
yeah. They definitely could have done more with this. I mean, things like that. It is pretty subtle with like things about his personality, but yeah, it's not one of the more what you see, what you get, and stuff. All right, next dragon.
yeah.
Shall we talk about the video bug dragon? The dragonfly?
Which one?
Oh yeah, we should talk about
Dragonfly.
the other bug dragon, dragonfly dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dragonfly dragon. This is where like that trap I was talking about comes in, where it's like kind of like an animal with dragon parts, and it really shows in this one because like you see it, it's just got dragonfly wings slapped onto it and like 6 legs and sharp teeth, and that's about it.
Yeah,
That's all it's
it
going for.
does kind of have a snout, but it's basically just the butterfly dragon, but kind of worse.
Yeah.
Because like butterfly is like you see the dragon, but you don't see the butterfly part. Here you see the dragon part or the dragonfly part, but you don't see the actual dragon part.
Yeah, there's not
And
much to
like
say.
a lot of dragons fall into this from the originals.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of hit and miss dragons from that period of time when the game
But I
first
don't see
released.
this one. See this one as a miss. I see more of it like miss potential, but
Yeah.
it's still passable. It still works in the game.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not one of the more offensive
That
dragons.
Not only
uh,
you get like
like
6
that.
wings.
What's it called? Element choice.
Yeah, I
Metal.
don't really see why this thing has metal. I guess maybe because of like the reflective texture of the wings. That's the only. But if you're
Metal
implying that the
though.
wings are made of metal, then how is this thing flying? Like it's just they try.
You
It's like
cannot. Hey, you cannot say that when Mercury Dragon is standing right there.
all right. I guess we're talking about Mercury Dragon.
Frickin' Flame Dragon 3.0.
I'll give credit where it's due. I really like the textures. With that being said, that's kind of where my praise ends. I don't really like that they removed the crest of the flame dragon because
So
now it kind of looks bald and it doesn't look good
so
because it's shiny.
ugly.
Yeah,
You see the tip of its tail. It's got like a bit of it unattached to the rest of the body, and it looks
like
so weird.
it's like they said we're gonna make this dragon have animated parts, and then they said no, we're not gonna make those parts animated. So there's just like Mercury suspended in midair, and it does not look good.
Yeah.
Especially when it flies.
Yeah. I mean, again, the Mercury texture is really well done. It's just why, if you're good at drawing Mercury, then why would you reuse a base for this one?
Kind of like
This
it.
shows
Honestly,
for
I just realized, I think we got lucky with it being a Flame Dragon clone. It could have been a Petroleum Dragon clone.
So, yeah.
I think
oh, imagine that.
we'd be shitting on this. Again, that would be the only praise. It's really...
Actually,
I think considering that, we got off lucky, but at the same time, we shouldn't be grateful for a dragon that's just a glorified clone.
it's still not good. It's still not good at all.
It's a darn shame because, again, this is one that they really could have gone all out for because, again, I think the texture is really well done, but that's, again, where praise ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your dragon only
Speaking of
has,
Flame
like...
Dragon.
Ah,
Speaking of Flame Dragon, though.
Oh boy, we finally get to talk about one of the game's iconic mascots. I really like the
Flame Dragon. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the old design first and then the new design.
I think that's fair. With Terra Dragon, they're basically the same, but with the Flame Dragon, they're a little different.
I'd say original Flame Dragon looks, but the new one definitely looks a little better. Just
Yeah.
because like they fixed some of the proportions. Like with the, always thought the head looked a little too big, the arms were a little stubby, and then
Yeah.
they went there and then they fixed that, and it looks so much better.
I know, the Flame Dragon's redesign is like the perfect example of like fixing a design.
One.
They took what was
Yeah.
good about the original design and amplified it and removed all of its downsides.
It is a good design. Can't say that, and it doesn't make me want to puke unlike certain other dragons that got the redesign lately.
It has the benefit of also being in the new style, so by default it kind of means it's objectively better, which is a bit of a shame. But at the same time, it's Flame
Not really.
Dragon. You can't go wrong with Flame Dragon.
It's like, I'm not sure if it's worthy of being the mascot, but it still is really good.
Well, if you think about it this way, it's your second dragon, and it's really cool. It's definitely going to be one of those that resonate with you more. Meanwhile, with hybrids, it's like, yay, I got a hybrid. Moving on to the next one.
That is true.
Because like when you breed in Dragon City, it's not like other games like MSM where you can breed triples. You're always bringing doubles, so your single elementals are essential.
At least when the game starts, because then freaking Poo Dragon exists.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that's the first triple added to the game. Anyways, moving on.
All right.
While we're at it, we should get through the other singles. Guys, what's your opinion on Nature Dragon?
I like both forms. I like the new one.
The new one pretty much, it's like the old one was completely sideways.
Oh, that's true.
Well, the new one isn't. So I'd say this new version is a major improvement. But that being said, the old one is still good. This one is great.
I know. Yeah. I mean, again, there were good things with like the old one, like the leaf wings were kind of. It definitely feels like they took the old design and again improved it. They took strengths of the original design and made it extremely better with the newer one.
Yeah, and like the shading and stuff.
Yeah, like they made her. I was never impressed with the original design, but like they actually made it awesome and amazing even.
Yeah.
Like they gave
And
the
like,
leaf wings dimension. There's like so much. Oh, there's so much good stuff and nuance in the new design.
yeah, it's really good.
Like, it's actually like it feels dragon while also feeling nature.
Especially when like you compare it, there's like a little. The baby's like cute and innocent, but then as it grows older, it's like gets meaner.
Yeah. It's definitely
Really
worthy of being the mascot. I've never been too fond of the baby nature dragon, but adult form, I fucks with that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I fucks
Drew.
with that.
Drew. Mm-hmm.
I really love its color palette too. They really executed that.
Yeah, that's true. They were able to use like green, but also the opposite of green, like red, but like with all the shading, like, oh, it's so well done.
Yeah.
Like, these are the types of redesigns we want, Social Point.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Shadowing. Okay, next single. Shall we talk about Electric Dragon?
No, we're talking about metal.
Okay, I'm down. Metal Dragon is amazing.
Okay, okay, guys. Metal Dragon is objectively the hardest dragon in the game because it has muscle.
I agree. This guy is ripped as frick.
Yeah, bro. And he's made of metal. So.
I would... I would let the Metal Dragon hold me close. I would feel his warm embrace. Well, actually, it'd probably be really cold because he's made of metal.
He looks
It'll
like
be
the
warm because
definition.
he's got a big heart, guys.
Oh, that's true. Oh my gosh, yeah. Tough on the outside, sweet on
Okay,
the inside.
Yeah, he looks like
with
a
the
whole.
design, like they made like this big, intimidating looking dragon, and in the bio it's like, oh, he's got a heart of gold, and but also he's kind of stupid, but that's okay because he makes it up by being noble and stuff. And it's just like this dragon, it's pug. It makes me want to go and hug it.
Yeah, they actually put care into this dragon as a character and back it up with having an amazing design.
It makes sense as a species of dragon, but one that you can relate or not relate to, but like hold and love, or I don't know what I'm trying
It's
to say
just,
here.
there's nothing to say. It's one of the best dragons, best designed dragons, even if it's not in the new style. If you don't think so, you're wrong.
Real.
They
It's
made
such a
two
good
clones of
dragon,
it.
they made clones of it.
Unfortunately, those two clones aren't better.
Unfortunately. Well, arguably. Are we still talking about singles?
Half dark, and that's it.
Okay.
Dude.
With that being
It's a
said,
toothless dragon.
Oh yeah, dude, How to Train Your Dragon reference. I'm surprised this dragon hasn't gotten completely overhauled.
Unlike certain other dragons that were added to the game.
Yeah, that we don't talk about. Anyways, that being said, yeah, Dark Dragon manages to be a reference while also being its own thing.
I like how so well because it's just completely jet black.
Exactly, like
Would you
this.
say completely still? I probably wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, especially with the fact that habitats actually have like backgrounds now. Like he blends in really well with the background, but because he's not as hyper detailed as the background, you can still see him. And I like that his eyes are like green, and then he has like slit eyes, like and sharp teeth. Like, oh, there's so much.
Fire is green.
Oh, that's true. This dragon. This is probably one of the best single elementals.
Fixed so well. It's maybe second or third.
Honestly, all the single elementals, well, except one, are really good. And that one just so happens to be the most recent one that we shall not say yet.
We don't talk about that specific dragon that for some reason exists for the sake of existing.
Yeah, they made such a big deal out of it and then did nothing with it.
Okay, whatever. We're not talking about that dragon just yet.
Yeah.
We're still talking about the good singles, the good OG lovely singles.
Yeah, and Dark Dragon just happens to be one of them. Again, not much to say left about him. He's really good.
I want
to talk about
the hot metal dragon.
We still... But what do you mean?
We still have one more.
Yeah.
Electric, guys.
Damn. Electric Dragon.
I love this thing so much. Okay, out of all the dragons, it's kind of plain looking, but still, I feel like body shape, face, freaking baby to adult, it all looks so well.
I agree. The only thing I don't like is that I don't like that like part of it is furry and another part of it is like reflective. I think that's a little inconsistent, but that's just a minor qualm. I still think because like electric is very inconsistent because electricity doesn't actually have a color, but we associate it with like red. No, not red. We associate it with yellow, blue, like white, and sometimes purple. It lacks purple, but it manages to combine like 3 of those colors, I think, pretty well, because the shades they used, it's a very vibrant dragon, but it works.
Yeah. It's very colorful, you can clearly see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm vibing with this.
It combines, it's like the Blizzard, it's like what the Blizzard dragon was trying to be, where it combines a bunch of aesthetics that wouldn't work, but it makes them work because its tail is like really soft and like circular, like squiggly, but its wings are like kind of small and like electric lightning bolt shaped. But I don't know, for some reason
the tail looks like freaking tail looks all bent and stuff, and it works so well because it looks like it got electrocuted.
Yeah, it looks like a lightning bolt. Like it works.
Yeah, it looks
because it has a stronger concept.
Yeah, and it's like it takes all this thing. It was plain looking, but I feel like that's an advantage because if it wasn't, it'd probably be like just an overcrowded design.
Yeah, this design, it's weird, but I think it's strong and definitely worthy of getting an update. Because
That being said,
considering that the original singles have only gotten better with their updates, I think Electric Dragon would look amazing in a new style.
I think
True,
I
dude.
think it's arguably better than metal.
I mean, I prefer metal to
Up for
electric,
debate.
but I still fuck with electric.
Yeah,
I
same.
like all the singles except for that one.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about hot metal now.
Yo, hot metal. I love hot metal.
Like it.
Shame it was released with the actual.
It's like I see hot metal. I'm just like freaking weaker version of Flame Dragon.
But it's not really the flame dragon. I don't think it reuses
That
assets.
I can't say that because like freaking, it's like
It's
could
much
have
more
probably
different.
worked better as like flaming rock because just like I see it, it just looks like rocks with kind of
Yeah,
fire.
that's true. They should just rename the dragon, replace flaming rock, and then make it fire. Like, it's definitely trying to be an edgier take on the flame aesthetic because this dragon existed with the old design.
Yeah.
They were probably like, our flame dragon, like, it's drawn to be mascotty. We gotta make something that can, like, make people go, wow, make something edgy. So they basically just made an
Yeah.
edgy flame dragon without. It's also manages to be its own thing, like, it doesn't feel like a clone. Like, the wings, everything about this dragon is different, and I think it's very impressive.
Definitely.
I don't think it's that good actually because like I see it, I'm like it's just edgier Flame Dragon. That's not impressive, and then the freaking wings, the fire don't actually animate.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
it's like
true.
this is kind of
Yeah.
underwhelming.
This dragon
Yeah,
is
that's a-
underwhelming simply for the fact that Flame Dragon's new design exists.
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like
kind
it's
of.
just supposed to be edgier Flame Dragon, and nowadays it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it was good for its time, but definitely asking for an update.
Yeah,
If
it's
this thing
outdated.
got redesigned, it'd probably be towards the top, but as it is now, it's like middle of the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you
I
can
feel
at
like this
least
is
say
the dragon that
it's one of the better. It's above quality for most dragons.
I feel like this is like the dragon's like it's like the midpoint, whether or not better than the dragon you're good, if you're worse you're bad.
Yeah. All right, next dragon.
Uh, next on the list is Laser Dragon.
Oh boy, our next electric dragon clone.
I really don't like this one. I feel like Neon and Fluorescent, I like them, but this one,
I'll
because like
agree.
freaking just it's just Laser Dragon with a helmet, and then its wings don't make sense.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never really been too big a fan of the laser dragon, but I think it's weird because like they definitely wanted to preserve the electric dragon within it. It feels like with this one they were trying to like acknowledge that hey, dragons are a species and they can have different elements. Because I like that they changed it from blue to red because he has flame. I think the visor is cool. I don't.
But like, I don't
also
really
think,
see it as a species.
yeah, but like it's kind of implied because you can have multiple of each dragon.
Yeah.
It's like
With Fluorescent and Neon, I'm just like, oh yeah, these guys may be clones, but it could make sense as like different species. But like this
yeah,
one is
it's
like it
like-
literally looks like Electric Dragon with a helmet.
yeah, they just
Yeah.
changed it right.
But
I mean, the lasers
but I
are
like
pretty
the
well
way they-
done, but like, yeah, it suffers from being a reuse of animation.
yeah, it could have gotten some claws or something made out of.
Like something to help it stand out, but
Yeah.
It really would benefit
it
from
shares
being
a lot of the
unique.
colors.
I mean, I like
Because
the
apart
colors.
from the wings and the helmet.
Like, the body's completely yellow, so it's like, yeah, it's freaking Electric Dragon with a helmet.
Yeah, just with different colors. I guess we may as well get
Yeah.
the electric family out of the way. Should we talk about the fluorescent dragon?
Honestly, out of all the clones, this one's the best one.
It's like
Or at
it's
least out of all the electric clones.
It's the most unique out of the clones.
yeah. It definitely continues the aesthetic. They actually inverted the color palette of the Electro Dragon. Like it's like it has like yellow fur and blue skin, but like they added patterns to it. I think it looks it's very good. This dragon is what Flaming Rock was trying to be, because it even reuses assets of like the Ice Dragon. Like they just copy pasted the hair, but it complements the design really well actually.
And I like the way
There's-
they shortened the tail.
See, it's kind of hard to rank this one because, like, again, it's just an Electric Dragon clone, but it does look better than Electric Dragon.
With this one, it's what clones should try to be. Like if
Yeah.
you're
It's
gonna
like
be a
more-
clone,
I
then
agree.
this is a good example of a clone. That and
Agree.
Dark Fire. Because Dark Fire like is a complete like rework of the actually no, I can't even
Dark
consider it a
Fire-
clone, so
Like, it's just like it's in its own thing at this point.
yeah, so if your dragon is like if it's obvious that this dragon is a clone, then you may as well make it look good. Because if it doesn't look good,
Yeah,
then
I
it
feel like
being
we
a
should get
clone
through the
is not
clones.
justified.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think
Because
we should
you're-
get through the clones and talk about Hedgehog.
Yeah, again with
This
clones,
thing
if you're
doesn't
gonna make
look
it a
like
clone,
a hedgehog.
yeah, it's just Terra Dragon but black and with a bunch of spikes.
Just say, how is this a hedgehog?
Like I guess because like you can compare it to a hedgehog,
But
because
then not really, because like if I see it, I think more of a freaking porcupine instead than a hedgehog.
actually no, is it called the Porcupine Dragon? I don't think so.
No, it's called hedgehog.
Yeah, there is definitely. This is probably one of those examples of like a concept that was just not going to work out. Actually, no, they could have make it work, but like it would have either just been a hedgehog with dragon parts or a Terra Dragon clone.
Honestly, I would prefer the hedgehog with dragon parts because at least with that it's passable. With this, it's just why do you exist?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
He's
it's
not
just
very
a killer
appealing.
dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon too.
He has nothing. He's not flattering. He's not flashy. It's just, hey, I exist.
Congratulations. I'm going to focus on this other dragon that has the same elements as you, which may or may not be worse.
Which
Oh,
one is
boy.
it? I forgot.
You know exactly who it is. It's the dragon
Oh, no.
featured foreshadowing.
No.
It's time.
Please.
guys.
Alright, do we
Okay.
talk about the good version of this dragon or the worst dragon in the game of this version?
Talk about the good version first.
Alright.
Let's savor the moment.
Alright, so
Basically, way back in the day, children, there was a time where there was this dragon called Venom Dragon, and it looked freaking amazing. It looked like freaking Dark Mouse, and it's just like yes,
yes, it had the
looks
same
like
horns.
it has,
It was
and
basically
it's
Darth
like, it looks like
Maul.
it has. Looks like it has venom like running through its body. It's like yes, just yes,
Exactly.
and just like the colors work, the body parts work, it all works.
Yeah, the thing is,
But then,
you could argue it stole Darth Maul's aesthetic, but it made sense. Because venomous creatures have those flashy red colors. And
Yeah.
it looked amazing, like, while looking like someone like Darth Maul. It even had the, like, spikes. It had so much, like, it had such good colors. Like, even if it just looked like it
that in
was
real.
a dragon Darth Maul, like, he already has a good design, so you make it a dragon form, like, it's so good.
If I saw that in real life, I'd start crying and begging for God to help
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And like the animations, like he was somewhat
It all
glitched.
worked.
He was somewhat glitched as a baby, but overall, if they had just gone back, acknowledged this dragon, and changed it a little, I think they could have fixed all its issues and made an even better Venom dragon.
But then, guys, one day it all changed.
Catastrophe is here.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about New Dragon now
Yeah.
and why it frickin's the like one of the worst things ever.
Okay.
Oh.
So for context, the reason we call this dragon New Dragon because one, this thing does not deserve the name of Venom Dragon, and specifically New Dragon because in a similar city builder game, there was a character added who whose name was either its base species name or new monster, which implied that it was such low quality amongst everything else that it was just disgusting. So, and this dragon is the equivalent.
It falls into the same thing.
It is so low quality that we agreed to just call it New Dragon.
Okay, let me give you the scope. They took everything about Venom Dragon and went backwards. It's like the freaking flashy reds and blacks, it's just like a pale, disgusting cyan.
Exactly.
And then its freaking body parts just don't look the same at all. And
I know, they removed the spikes.
It's freaking glitched.
Yeah, they made the
it's
baby
glitched.
worse. They didn't fix the glitch. They didn't change. They didn't draw a new
It's
style.
not even attached to it.
Exactly.
Bro, baby just bald as hell.
The animation
Flying
somehow looks
animation.
worse.
Flying animation.
Yeah,
it does not look like it's flying. It simply does not look like it's flying. I don't know what it looks like it's doing, but it does not look like it's flying.
The design it lacks direction.
It's like, how is this Venom? I don't see anything that reminds me of a poisonous liquid that could kill me.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It doesn't look dangerous at all.
I know. Like, if anything, I feel like I could beat this thing in a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
All its intimidation, all its uniqueness, its charm, its personality.
Everything. Now we just get this hollow that has nothing to its name. So now we just call it New Dragon.
Exactly. This thing does not deserve... I like to think that Venom Dragon is the hardest dragon to breed in the game. So hard that he's not even in the game. He's a secret dragon that you breed if you get his combo. And that this dragon is just a mistake.
Yeah.
It should not exist.
When we have to be honest, when Venom Dragon got redesigned into this, I was so upset I couldn't look at it. I sold it.
I saw it. Like, wait, what is that? I've seen that before. I saw the name New Venom Dragon. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. That's not my Venom Dragon. That's not it. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not the dragon I grew to know over the years.
Like, even if you're a new player, how do you like this thing?
It's like, it stripped Venom Dragon of everything that it had going for.
If you were there when
This
Venom
hollow
Dragon
shell.
got changed into this, you're not... If you still call this thing Venom Dragon, you're a fake fan.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if they acknowledged one of their past creations and were going to change it, like, why bother?
Out of everything Dragon City done, this may be one of the most infuriating things.
Yeah.
Just butchering one of their oldest monsters. Just like their freaking veteran.
I am
or not
genuinely
monsters,
down to
veteran
put
dragons.
this thing worse than Ice Cream Dragon.
Honestly, in terms of like design, not really, but just like everything to do with its quality and stuff, just like it deserves to be absolute worst ever.
Yeah, this kind of thing, like, it's understandable. Dragon City, it wants to be its own thing. It doesn't want to make things that are like based off of other IPs, especially since Disney owns Star Wars. I guess that it was kind of a smart move, but like, if you want to redesign this dragon, come up with a better idea, or just remove it from the game and come up with a new dragon in your spare time and then add it back.
Or just do the good thing and just bring back Venom Dragon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what makes
Also, you
something...
said this game be its own thing, even though Dream Dragon exists.
Yeah, like, they're so hypocritical sometimes. Like, well, it's because YouTubers, like...
Sponsor them.
Yeah, it's so directionless now. It's like, like, they're only changing dragons that will, like, risk them getting sued. With YouTuber dragons, they, like, they agree to this, but with dragons based on other IPs like Sackman and Ghost Rider, like,
Venom
they
Dragon.
changed them purely because they could have gotten sued.
With Venom Dragon, all they had to really do was change the colors.
Exactly.
But
They just have to change everything, and it looks so much worse.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a really long rant about New Dragon. Let's just move on
It was
before
deserved.
my blood vessels pop.
It's everything wrong. Even with like new monster in its own game, it's everything wrong with Dragon City. All right.
It's just like a sign of where the game's headed nowadays.
Yeah.
Or where it's been headed.
Even
since
with
a
the
while
new
ago.
art
Whatever.
direction, it just shows that sometimes they can't. They don't know. Like they make decisions. It's rushed. That's what it is. It's rushed.
Talk about this abomination
And because
anymore.
of it,
Let's
it
just
suffers.
move on.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the
Let's
new
talk
dragon.
about.
Bottom line, Venom Dragon is amazing. New Dragon is awful.
Awful.
All right, next dragon.
Let's talk about an actual good dragon, Coral Dragon.
I love Coral Dragon.
It's like Sea Dragon, but better.
I know. Props to them to making it like the actual. There's a color that's named coral, and they actually made it like the color coral.
And then its freaking arms and tail are coral pieces, but they make sense as limbs. And just like, yes, perfection.
I know, and it has like a reef on its back. Like it doesn't feel cluttered because there's like a gradient to it. So like parts that would mesh into each other stand out. It's so well done, and it makes sense for its elements too.
It looks
the only thing that's
very
weird.
unique.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree. The only thing that's weird is like if you send it to do one of those tower missions, it will freaking float up while others are flying, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Because the sea dragon has like a patch of sand underneath it in like nature, like this thing can never, unfortunately, ever look like it's actually swimming. It's a shame that they made the sea habitat background like a beach and not like actual like an ocean background, because like the sea dragons look like that's the one problem with like
better.
Swimming dragons. Like if they just had like proper backgrounds, that like it would really amplify them, because presentation matters. But at least Coral Dragon has that presentation.
That's the only one with this issue.
Yeah, most dragons are walkers or flyers, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, next up, about our other water friend, let's talk about Pirate Dragon.
Jack Sparrow, surprisingly they didn't change this one.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, well, because he looks like Jack Sparrow, and I've heard you don't like Jack Sparrow.
But besides that,
I mean, I like the
really
colors they chose. Yeah.
I feel like it was went for more of a pirate ship aesthetic. It would have looked better.
They have made pirate
as
ship
it is now, it's
before.
just kind of a. As it is now, it's just kind of a lizard with clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the color blue they use for the skin. I like the hair. I like the clothes. They did a good job with it. They basically did everything they could have. It's just another case
I like how it
of...
doesn't fly, so then it makes it so that the wings are more representative of sails than wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's one of the most solid dragons in the game.
I don't have a lot to say. It's just kind of
Same.
a weaker dragon.
It does exactly what it needs to do, so that's really all we have to say.
But you know who else doesn't do what it needs to do?
Uh-oh.
Storm Dragon is just Cloud Dragon clone.
What do you mean? They actually changed like the face and stuff.
They just made like something sharper and that's it.
Well, yeah, well that's the point, because like Storm, you're associated with electricity, so it's a much sharper Cloud Dragon. They changed the colors, they changed the expression. It's one of the better reuses of animation in the game.
Yeah, but it's still a clone, so it's not like I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, but it's one of the better clones, so you can still not like it.
Also, this is like a strange case where
there's also electricity running through it like actively.
Okay, this is one of the worst cases where like I hate putting this thing in like an electric habitat because it looks so much better in a sea habitat.
Exactly.
Same thing with Sea Lantern.
Yeah, basically with Storm Dragon, it's how you do a clone right. So I think now we have to talk about Sea Lantern.
Okay, out of all the animal dragons, this one probably second best actually.
Uh, I mean, I like anglerfish.
I really like it.
I don't know. I mean, it has effort into it, but like, I don't know. I don't like with how they basically. It looks just like a head with body parts, and I don't like that they're frantically moving.
I disagree because like it's just again they just went with the fish but not the dragon.
Yeah, that's
They just need to
true.
flesh out that dragon esque more into it, and it would have been perfect. But as
Yeah,
it is now, it's decent. Plus,
yeah,
I love the colors.
yeah. The colors are great. I love the colors. Like this dragon could have been
Hopefully,
plankton dragon levels. Like it really could have been amazing, honestly. And they have done more anglerfish
Yeah.
dragons that have been arguably better in my opinion, but this one, I mean, compared to the other ones that are a lot more edgier, this one is trying to be more of a cute version of it, so I can forgive it even if I'm not fond of it. I like that it has a snout.
Yeah. We have anything else to say about it?
No.
Nah.
In that case, let's move on to let's move on to the best animal dragon, moose dragon.
You can't go wrong with moose dragon.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I want to put this thing on B or A tier because I really love it.
It's a really well done moose. It's a silly dragon done right.
I love its face expression. It's like, bitch, what do you want from me?
It's just such you take an animal as dopey as the freaking moose, and like you actually slap dragon parts on it, but it makes it work.
Yeah.
And then its freaking facial expressions as well. It was like so stupid, and I love it.
It's above all the other like animal dragons just because of how much expressiveness is put into it. They really had a punch and like a backup with plan for this dragon.
And I love how it's.
That being
you cut out for a second.
I almost forgive its elements because like it's such an absurd concept like that I can kind of forgive the elements being weird. Like ice is justified because moose live in very cold environments.
I don't know why electric though.
I don't either, but this is one of those cases where I don't care.
It's a shocking design, you know.
Oh my god, orthrus.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's all we need to say about Moose Dragon. I think that sums it up perfectly.
Talk about one of the best of the OG60 guys. It's Dandelion Dragon time.
Oh, dude, Dandelion Dragon is so good.
Oh my gosh, I love its flying animation because it doesn't fly, it flutters, and it's so good.
I know, and there's dandelions that fall off of it.
It's so interesting and detailed. It just works so well.
I like that its wings are just two giant dandelions, but it doesn't look weird.
Kind of falls into the trap that volcano dragon did, where it was like its baby's just a face with legs. But
yeah, but they make the baby actually
teen and
look
adult
cute.
form. Yeah, but its teen and adult forms make up for it.
Yeah, I know. It's such a fluffy. I want to hug this dragon.
It's like such a cool dragon design. Honestly, I think it's better than Battery.
That might be a hot take. I really love the shade of green they used. It's a very cool shade of green, so it justifies ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like perfectly fits its elements. Unlike Mojito.
It's really good.
It's your better version of Mojito.
It's just like better. You say it's like infinitely superior.
There's no contest. This dragon, like they knew what they were doing with this dragon.
You know who they didn't know what they were doing with? Honestly, I don't know. I'm looking at the rest of the list, and not that much else left. I don't think there's anything that really makes me want to puke.
Well, that's good.
So
that means we're gonna save the best for last.
Yeah.
We talked about Battery and Pearl.
Yeah.
How about we talk about weakest on this thing? How about cool fire?
Cool fire. A bit of a weak reuse of animation. I can see what they were going for. The problem where this dragon fails is that blue fire is not cold in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's blue fire hotter than red fire.
I know. I mean, with that being said, I think it actually worked pretty well, making it cold. Like, I think the flame dragon in blue, I think they did it pretty good. And I like that the fire it breathes is blue. Like, it's really cool looking at its effect. It's a shame it uses the outdated flame dragon, but it's definitely, it's not bad, but it's definitely okay. There's not much to say because it's just the original flame dragon but blue.
I will say though that color does not mean element.
That's true.
Well, I'm like, just because it's blue doesn't mean it's cold.
Yeah, like there are so much better ways. Like you guys have seen how I've handled something with the fire and ice element.
Yeah.
We will not elaborate further.
You know what?
Huh?
They didn't stop it with cool fire.
Uh-oh.
The same thing with penguin dragon.
Oh damn! Where it's another animal with dragon parts, except it's literally just a freaking penguin.
Hey, it might be the worst one.
Well, to give it credit where credit's due, the baby form is freaking adorable. The adult form is fine. I mean, it's cool. It's pretty accurate to how actual penguins are, but other than that, it's just a penguin with dragon parts. There's nothing to say.
I mean, aside from the fact that the teen is just the adult, but chubbier.
Yeah, this is definitely... It's not as strong as a concept as you think.
I like that it waddles. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it has somewhat of... It has charm, but not enough oomph. It can't really hold its own.
The only reason to really like this one, since it's so plain, is that you like penguins.
Yeah. Like, you're only gonna fall in love with this dragon if you like penguins. But that's only because it's literally just a penguin.
At least with, like sea lantern and other dragons, it's like they have cool colors, cool things going on. This one is just, like, horns and wings attached to a penguin.
Yeah. There's nothing else we can say. Next dragon.
Next dragon, how about we talk about the still glitch dragon since day one? For some reason, soccer dragon's egg is still glitched.
Oh, it's like invisible, right?
It's just completely invisible, you cannot see it.
Yeah, I don't really like soccer dragon. Like, it's a retool of the flame dragon, but they changed the face, but it's honestly kind of worse looking, not gonna lie.
It looks derpier and, like, less dragon-like.
No, it still looks like a dragon. It's just not very good.
I don't like that.
It's pretty random, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't think this dragon it's not really justified being a rare breed.
Concept-wise.
I mean, it's really funny how its front feet...
either, because, like...
It's funny how its front feet have shoes, like... It's somewhat well animated, the soccer kicking and stuff, but like, I don't know, overall, not really worth being a rare breed. I like that it's yellow, because like you have the red flame, the blue cool fire, and then this is like the other one that's yellow, but yeah, there's not much to say. I don't really like it.
Say that, what was I going to say? Okay, I can't remember what I was going to say. Hold on, it's coming back to me. Okay, yeah. Okay, having, like, sport mixed with, like, a mythical or some creature just isn't gonna work well.
Yeah.
Freaking made a clone for this guy.
Yeah, they made a Korean soccer dragon, which... I don't know which one got more cut, because I know there's one that has, like, worse proportions. I don't know if it was the original or the Korean one.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares about this dragon, honestly? You only care about this dragon because it's a
That's
rare
it.
breed. And even then, it has nothing to it, so next dragon.
But you know who is a good rare breed?
Who?
Wait, we're out of rare breeds.
Oh no.
How about seashell dragon?
Seashell? I forget what this dragon looks like, actually.
Like,
I love seashell dragon.
Alright,
He's
Orthrus,
gonna
you guys will have to talk about this dragon, because I keep, actually, yeah, I literally can't remember what this dragon looks like, so you guys are gonna have to speak for me.
Well, the thing is about it is, I love how it has diversity about the shells, like the shell wings, the shell armor, you know, and it really looks good. The way there are different colors too. The wings are different from the plating of the armor. It has
one thing about it is that the freaking baby form starts out like a pearl, where it's just like, it's in the shell, and then it grows out of the shell, and it's really cool.
Oh, I remember that part. Oh yeah,
that was pretty unique.
That's commitment right there. I like that. That's the ice cream dragon, but right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm starting to remember now. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Seashell dragon, really solid. It's water metal, right?
Why metal though? Because like seashells are not metal.
Yeah, it's water metal, but
yeah, it would work better as like water Terra or something. But to be fair,
or nature,
or true
nature. Yeah, I would have done that.
I guess we should get the last clones out of the way. So, guys, what's your opinion on gold? I honestly have nothing to say about it.
It's probably.
So
it's
you also gonna have to speak for me.
Yeah. Okay. I remember what this dragon looks like. The worst thing I can say about it is that they removed. Metal Dragon has like this piece of armor on its chest, and it's very integral to the design because it covers the seam between the neck and the body, so it looks natural and seamless. For some reason, they removed that on the Gold Dragon, and it does not look good.
True.
The head is the head's fine. They changed the face drastically, so it looks like its own thing, and it is definitely a good shade of gold. The color contrast is really good.
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid recolor, I will say.
Yeah, I agree. But apart from that, there's
not. It's not better than platinum though.
Yeah, platinum is so pog because it's the metal dragon, but it's
basically just.
Dude, it's beautiful.
I know it's like slightly more blue, and it's so much more angular. It's sharper. Like it's so cool. You could argue it's better than base metal.
Yeah, I don't say that because it doesn't fly.
Well, it doesn't need to fly.
Exactly.
And flying animations are hit or miss, and chances are it could have been a miss.
Yeah, so.
Because
either
this is the last metal dragon we're going to talk about, we have to talk about one thing really quick, and it's that they reuse the hands for each one. Like, the thumbs are all on the same side for each leg. That's the only downside, really.
Oh my god, you're right.
But it's such an awesome design that I can somewhat forgive it, but yeah, that's not a good look.
I do like the baby.
Oh yeah, the baby's cool. I like that it looks like it's wearing a mask somewhat.
Kind of looks like a skull.
Metal.
Yeah, metal dragons are pog.
But yeah,
we don't have a lot left.
Things,
yeah.
Its young form has like proper hands and feet, but the adult just has feet.
Oh yeah, doesn't the platinum dragon stand up as a baby?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that just goes to show they tried to make each metal clone unique.
First, that Skybird Dragon sits as a team.
Okay.
We'll get to that because I'm going to gush about that.
Oh boy.
Do we want to go remaining list or best? Worst to best or best to worst?
We should go worst to best.
Let's talk about Waterfall Dragon then.
Waterfall Dragon is what the volcano dragon was trying to be.
Honestly, I dislike this one more because like volcano had a freaking volcano going on its back, but why does this have running water? Is that supposed to be blood or something?
Well, I think that's just one of the things that, because dragons are magical creatures, so the fact that it's an infinite waterfall kind of justifies it being like a mythical being.
Yeah, maybe it sucks it up from the ground, dude.
I would like it better if it's bigger because it's kind of small.
That's true. It does kind of get dwarfed by things. That being said, the rock texture is really well done. I like that it's kind of like a pinkish, reddish rock texture. It also has a lot of personality in the face. Like he looks rough and gruff.
I don't like the baby though. Especially don't like the baby.
The baby looks so freaking weird.
Yeah. It's pretty, like, it stands up compared to adult form. That's what I find pretty nice.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like, the mountain grew on its back, and it kind of has to be quadrupedal. Exactly. It has a water spring on its head, too, I think. That's pretty cool. There's definitely... It's a step up from Volcano Dragon, so even if you dislike it more, it's probably objectively better simply just because they did more with it.
It's basically more interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about. Like, there's clouds, there's leafage on it, foliage. It just has... I just can't speak, guys. I'm just so blown away by it.
I still don't like it because of the running water.
That's fine. When you think about the biology like that, it can kind of ruin it. It's just one of those things that you're not supposed to question.
Pretty weird, but it's forgivable.
Yeah, if you can get past that, it'll grow on you.
Yep, for sure.
How about Vampire Dragon next?
What dragon next?
Vampire.
Okay, the original Vampire Dragon, before we got the freaking busted, overpowered freaking League of Vampires.
We're not talking about that one.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually. Well, the OG Vampire, I'll say it's pretty good. I like it. It has a lot of personality.
It kind of falls into the same trap as Pirate Dragon, where it's just like a reptile with wings, but I like this one better because it has more personality.
Yeah, it also looks a lot more scary.
I really like the flying animation. It's like it has its front legs sticking out. It's like I'm gonna suck your blood now, man.
That's true.
Gotta go with it.
It's definitely made to look scary. I also really love the shade of red they use. It's like a blood red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's majestic, but really.
The only thing I really don't like about it is that it has fire for some reason.
Yeah. They kind of just do that to like justify. It's one of those dragons where like fire justifies it being a dragon.
Yeah.
I feel like that this time it gets fire because of the color since they used red on it.
Exactly, that's true. That's also kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
Speaking of red dragons, though, let's talk about the other redesigned dragon, carnivorous plant. This one doesn't make me want to puke.
Oh yeah, because the original one was based off the freaking piranha plant from Mario.
Freaking Petey piranha plant, guys.
I think this is one of the better recolors, but I don't really like that they removed. I'm pretty sure this thing used to have more teeth, and I think they removed the teeth.
Yeah.
They did. Hold on.
Being said.
Yep.
Double check.
Yeah.
I still like it though. I like that it's a transition from like red to green. It definitely feels plant-like. I like that it doesn't have eyes. I think it's solid actually.
I'm looking at it right now. The current version doesn't have teeth, but the old one did.
Okay, yeah. That's the only thing I don't like. With that being said, I think it still holds up. I like it.
It looks like it just has big lips, and that's it.
What you doing with them lips?
Again, real life carnivorous plants don't really have teeth.
Exactly. So it
Yeah.
made sense, but like it would have made sense because it's part dragon.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to without the teeth.
Yeah, it's one of those dragons where it doesn't look that much like a dragon, but it's such a solid design that you forgive it. It has personality.
And I love its baby form, dude.
I know, it's like an actual
Oh
plant.
yeah, the baby form is adorable.
It may look nothing like a dragon, but it's just so cute. Like, again, it's just instantly forgivable.
No, it's a baby.
Yeah.
It doesn't get there because it's supposed to have a life cycle. As it starts as a
Exactly.
plant, but then it gets those dragon features as it goes on.
It's a nuance. It has nuance.
It just
Something
stands
some
out.
other dragons in the game can't really
Yeah.
relate to, like penguin and sea lantern.
The
Okay,
fact that a freaking
we need to
plant
get through the-
outclasses like so many of these dragons.
Right.
If you're
Dragon
getting
outclassed
outclassed by a
dragon?
plant, what are you doing?
does it get outclassed by it? Get outclassed by it?
There are some dragons that definitely get outclassed by this
Or is
dragon.
it cobra dragon?
Cobra Dragon is
It's snake or
weird.
cobra?
Cobra Dragon is weird
Looks
because,
like a dragon at all.
well, yeah, it's. I used to do this all the time with kids, where I draw like a mega snake when it's literally just a cobra with a rattlesnake tail. Like,
Basically, just a cobra,
yeah,
and then dragon. Apparently,
like the Piranha plant dragon, carnivorous plant dragon is unique because it doesn't technically exist. This dragon is just based off of existing things, and you either like it or you don't.
I have nothing to really say about it. It's
If
just
you
kind
think
of
about it in
there.
a certain way, dragons aren't limited to just 4 legs and wings. So you can imagine it's like a surfing,
Yeah.
and that the cobra thing is like wings evolved in a different way, and the rattle is just like divergent, convergent. I forget
That's
the term
thing,
for it,
though.
but like,
You have to
yeah, you have to like apply logic to make
separate
people
yourself
like
from the
it.
original thing.
Yeah,
As it is now, it doesn't really show me dragon, magical creature. It just shows me snake.
yeah. I mean, it's a very well done snake, and it does deserve credit for that because there are snake dragons that are way better. But it definitely shows that they can't really go wrong with snake dragons.
It kind of falls into the same loop as Firebird Dragon.
Uh-oh. You mean the phoenix dragon?
It's basically just big orange bird, but with teeth, and that's it.
I mean, it's a good design. I really like her design.
It is, but it's not a dragon.
It's a good Phoenix design, yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, you could
Could've been
argue
a
like
mon-
some dragons, like some like beaked dragons.
yeah,
This
some are
would have been
more-
better in Monster Legends as well,
It's a really good design for a phoenix. Yeah, for a
but
dragon.
not for a dragon.
Yeah,
Because like this game is a lot more limited to what you can do because it's Dragon City. You have to make dragons.
exactly. Like that's again another
Can't really
another
pass off.
again just another just like epitome sum up way of summing up Dragon City. Like so many dragons just like look good but aren't really dragons, so they're not good.
Because like Firebird, it's a really cool and amazing design, but it's just not for this game.
It's a darn shame because sometimes the artists really make something incredible, but you can't really
Just
justify it being in a game where
give
you're limited to dragons.
Exactly.
I mean, well, some
yeah.
people may feel different. We still think it's a good design, so we should probably talk about the next dragon.
Yeah. I think we should wrap up Animal Dragons. Was probably one of the most forgotten dragons of the originals, guys. It's Chameleon Dragon.
Oh, I mean, there's a
I
reason
forgot
this thing is forgotten.
I forgot this thing existed as well until
Honestly, there's a reason it's forgotten. It's literally just a freaking chameleon with wings.
Not even interesting. They just gave it wings and a horn on its head.
Yeah. So it's whack.
Like, it's a very well done chameleon. I like that it changes colors.
I like penguin dragon better than this.
Same. I genuinely just like don't have a chameleon. Actually, I don't know if I have a chameleon dragon on my island or not. But I prefer penguin just because it's more appealing. This dragon is just... I mean, it arguably works better because it's a reptile. It really just depends.
Yeah.
Do you like
Not
penguins
standing
or
out in
chameleons?
any way.
Well, it does stand out because it's freaking stupid looking.
Really, because I
You just
because like
forget
I
it
see
exists.
penguin dragon, I'm like cute. I look at chameleon dragon, it's like
Chameleon dragon is somewhat
Something.
cute, but it doesn't retain the cuteness as it grows up.
yeah.
Yeah, there is just so little to say about it.
Yeah, right.
Alright, next.
We only have a few more to go. We're down to the last 4, guys. It's tropical dragon.
I like tropical dragon. I like that the adult form has a parrot. I think it's really... I like that it has coconuts.
I like the baby. I like the adult. The freaking teenager is hideous.
Oh, that's true. I don't know what they were doing with the teenager.
Just look at its face. Its freaking cheeks don't look like butt cheeks.
Oh my gosh. It almost looks like a beta design for the Terra dragon. And then they said, this looks awful, let's not use this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the adult form just looks freaking...
Goofy as hell.
Looks freaking awesome, dude. Like, his wings are palm trees.
Here's the thing, because you can like interpret those leaves, if they're even leaves, as like part of its body. It's like there's animals out there that freaking look like plants, but plants like stick inside. It's just like it makes sense as a dragon.
Yeah, I respect that it takes a more elemental approach.
Yeah.
Parrot was it? It's like really good.
Exactly, like, there's effort
It's
put into it.
yeah, it's one of the more forgotten of the originals though, so it's kind of
Yeah,
underrated.
it's the same.
True.
You don't ever hear people talking
True.
about this dragon, which is a darn shame.
One of the best, but
I've
Yeah.
had more arguments on freaking soccer dragon than this guy.
Damn. Well, I mean, what is there to argue? It's one of the most solid dragons in the game. You can't go wrong with this guy.
This is a solid A tier.
I agree.
same.
I just realized we completely forgot to talk about Snowflake Dragon, so we should get through that one as well.
Ooh.
All
I
right.
have absolutely no opinion on this thing. It just exists.
I like that it has a snowflake mane. I like the color blue that they use. It doesn't really make sense that it's the earth element, but I can forgive it because I think it's pretty good.
Mm.
But not breathtaking.
It's just kind of plain. Like they went in, they were like, "Here's a snowflake. We're gonna put a reptile with a snowflake. It's gonna carry this too much." It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, it kind
Yeah.
of feels like it was another dragon at first, but then they strapped on.
Yeah, it's just like a really forgettable dragon.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
made it for the sake of making it. With that said, it's a lot better than some of the stuff we've had the displeasure to talk about.
It's like it was,
Say though, out of the dragons to share its elements with, I can confirm that I would rather get a snowflake dragon than an alpine dragon.
Yeah, that's true. It only exists if you don't like Alpine Dragon.
Which
And
nobody does.
I can respect it for prioritizing ice over Earth. I mean Terra.
I mean, then again, I kind of makes sense to have Terra because like snowflakes are made out of like little speckles of.
No, because they come from the sky and Earth sediment doesn't get picked up.
Okay, I have to go back with my science teacher on that one.
You have to ask your science
Okay.
teacher how snowflakes are made.
Okay, because I thought it was a freaking piece of liquid of water comes in with like dirt, a speckle of dirt.
Nah.
Well, here's the thing.
It's
Dirt is too
whatever.
heavy to be
Oh.
picked up into the air.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
whatever. Let's
if
just go
dirt
to the
could
next
evaporate, our
dragon.
skies would be freaking brown as fuck.
Ha! Okay, whatever. Let's just get to the next dragon, guys.
This guy.
Guys, it's Nenufar dragon.
You mean Bulbasaur?
You mean Nenufort?
You mean Ivysaur? I don't know my Pokemon, I'm sorry.
Mom? Okay, that's okay. I like this dragon.
I like it too. Again, it does what Volcano was trying to do, but I think just because it's like more appealing, I don't know. I don't know what it is about this dragon that's so pleasant to look at.
Maybe the color palette.
Yeah, that's true. They really...
The colors are gorgeous.
Yeah, they used a very, like... They used an almost aqua... Not necessarily blue, but, like, it's a blue-green, and it works, because, like, it justifies the sea element.
Guys.
And the flowers are really
it's like,
pretty. It's such a really good shade of
if
pink.
I think of this dragon, and I just can think of, like, it's floating on the surface, it's freaking back the flower, it's just floating on top of the surface, but its body is underneath. And then just picture it sleeping. And
It's
it's
a
like,
dragon
yeah,
I like
that's
to think
Nenufar dragon.
about.
It's just like a really peaceful looking dragon.
It's very calming.
Fitting for its elements.
True.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong
we
with the
have-
lily pad aesthetic. I would know. Wink,
Zombie
wink.
dragon. Oh my gosh. That's a reference no one is gonna get.
Yep. Well, Orthrus gets it.
Zombie dragon time.
Zombie dragon. I mean, it's definitely a zombie dragon.
I like that as son, like as a baby, it's like decaying and stuff. But like as it goes on, it just like keeps getting more gruesome and gruesome.
It's one of the most mature and violent dragons in the game. Like, if they had made this game now, they would not have allowed this to exist. But I respect this dragon for just being like, it's ugly, but like it makes sense. Like it has an eye drooping out. Like there's actual
we
like
went from-
flesh.
His face reminds me of the
It's pale.
Mercury dragon.
No,
But like,
it
Really,
somewhat
though?
reuses assets from the flame dragon, but you only see it in the baby. But in the adult, like they change the horns, they change everything in the adult phase.
yeah.
They
change
made
the
it
animations.
really slimmer.
Yeah, exactly, because he's a zombie. He doesn't have any meat on him.
It's got bones sticking out. It's just really good.
I know.
I say it's better than tropical, actually.
I'd say it's a great way to execute a zombie-like thing.
Exactly.
It's definitely interesting for the last of the original 60.
Yeah.
Did we
One of the
talk
most
about all the
mature-
dragons, or do we still have somewhere to go?
We have one more. We have the big one herself. Guys, it's time to talk about Star Dragon.
Oh boy, we saved the Star Dragon.
The star of the show for the last.
All right, best for last. She got redesigned.
She looks better, honestly, with the redesign.
I agree.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, the original baby form was pretty cute. They gave the new one a lot more personality, like her eye, like... Oh, dang, Worth is muted. What was he doing? Like, they made her look more cheerful, and then as an adult, she looks like she doesn't take anyone's shit. She's like, yeah, you don't mess with me. I'm the main star of the show. You don't fuck with me.
Exactly. And, like, freaking... Like, you can tell, because, like, out of all the electro dragons, she's the only rare one. It's, like, the level of quality in this dragon, especially
I
with,
know.
like, her animations, it just looks so smooth.
I know. Like, no shit, the mascot of the game gets this level of quality and effort.
Yeah.
The only thing you could complain about is that the original design was a lot more gender neutral. Like, when it grew up, it could look like either a male or female. But with this new design...
that's not her...
Yeah, with this new design, they clearly said, we want Star Dragon to be a girl.
That's, like, the only thing, but like they kind of did that with everyone because like before change, the dragons went by it, but then they decided to go back and gender every dragon.
Yeah, and that actually ended up because the dragons they used to have genders, and then they referred to them as it, and then they went back to genders, but a lot of dragons ended up getting misgendered in that process.
Because Sea Lantern went from I think he to it to she.
Yeah, well, it makes sense, but like the dark dragon used to be a he because toothless dragon, and now it's a she for some reason.
No, that's because it was the original girlfriend before Toothless dumped her for Light Fury.
Oh yeah, that's true. So now there's no point in it being
Anyway.
a girl. Or that's dragon genders are a discussion for another day.
That being said, guys, what's your opinion like the original 6D as a whole?
I'd
For-
say pretty 50. There's insanely good ones, but there's also really bad ones like that. Dude.
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
definitely
not
more
me.
good than bad.
Yeah,
I'd say this is a case where the good just completely demolishes the bad.
Same.
yeah.
We can pretend
And-
the bad doesn't exist.
Yeah,
True.
even the developers, because Dragons moving after the initial release, like, never went back to this aesthetic until they got, like, a major art change.
It's
Like, they definitely knew what was good and what was bad.
Yeah.
honestly, I'm willing to just completely forget New Dragon exists
Same.
as well,
If there's,
so
if
that
there's
now
one thing
we can.
you can take away from 2 hours worth of Dragon City discussion is that new Venom Dragon does not exist, old Venom Dragon superiority.
Yes.
I should make that the thumbnail. I should just like find the original Venom Dragon and put like S tier next to it, and then take the new design and put like F tier next to it.
100% do that.
Yes.
That's gonna be
You
the
should.
thumbnail. It's gonna take a while to make, but it'll be amazing.
This is how we get people to watch the video.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
I think that's all we have to say about it.
Yeah. Even if we are harsh in a few things, we love this game. You can tell we're very passionate about
Yeah.
it, and we want them to do better. And when they do better, they do so good, but when they do bad, it's just awful.
That's the thing, because we'll see that a lot as we see the game go on. It's going to be full of hit or misses and nothing in between.
Exactly. Well, actually, no, we've gotten several in-betweens. It's just, ironically, in-betweens are rare when it should be misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's
We
pretty
have-
much it.
We have been in the call for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Crazy how fast.
What we've basically gotten from this is that Dragon is fucking ass.
Yeah.
Fucking ass. Yeah, and then Ice Cream Dragon, like, second worst.
Yeah.
Fuck New Dragon and fuck Ice Cream Dragon.
I think that is where we should end this.
Yeah, alright, anyone got a closing word?
Those are fucking ass.